Welcome, I'm the Factual Gamer, and these are the news. On February 21st, during an interview for a radio station, Kanye West announced he has been working on a video game for the past 6 months, related to his song Only One. According to West, the story revolves around his late mother, who the player will have to help get to the highest gates of heaven. The target platform or format for the game is not yet known. His wife, Kim Kardashian, has already met huge success in this area with the mobile game Kim Kardashian Hollywood, which had a reported gross revenue of $43 million in 2014, 15 of which went to Kardashian herself. On the same day, it was known that Nvidia, the GPU manufacturer, was hit with a class action lawsuit on Thursday. The lawsuit claims that the company misled customers about the real capabilities of the GTX 970 series, released in September, and it was filed in the U.S. District Court for Northern California on behalf of all consumers in the United States who bought graphic cards with a GTX 970 GPU. According to the lawsuit, Nvidia advertises the cards as having true 4GB of DDR5 video RAM when in fact it has 3.5GB of less performant RAM. On Monday the 23rd, Valve announced it will be present at next week's Game Developers Conference and will reveal its own virtual reality headset, as well as Steam machines with the final version of the Steam controller, and some new living room devices. And on the same day, thanks to research done by a NeoGAF user nicknamed Mama Robotnik, a gameplay video of Legacy of Kain Dead Son, a Soul Reaver sequel, made its way to the known gaming forum. Square Enix cancelled the game all the way back in 2012, and it seems to have reached a fair state of development before it was axed. The next day, on February 24, Lionsgate announced an investment it made in Telltale Games, the game development studio responsible for titles such as The Walking Dead, Fables, Game of Thrones, and Tales from the Borderlands. This partnership aims to bridge the gap between episodic video games and television, with the creation of a super show, which will have both interactive playable content and an actual television episode created and released at the same time. Although this first super show is not yet titled, it will be an original IP. On the same day, Rockstar Games announced the PC version of GTA 5 will be delayed another 3 weeks and is now due on April 14. Rockstar stated that the extra development time is needed to ensure that the game is as polished as possible, and to make it up to PC gamers, it will give anyone who pre-ordered the game an additional $200,000 of in-game cash to use in GTA Online. On the same statement, it was also announced that online heists are arriving to the already released versions of GTA 5 on March 10. Also on February 24, according to a report from Kotaku UK, Activision is working on a new Guitar Hero title for the PS4 and Xbox One that will be announced at this year's E3 and released later this year. This new iteration of Guitar Hero will also have a different style with more realistic visuals. Although it is said that Activision is making new instrument peripherals, it is not yet known if there will be some sort of retro compatibility with instruments from previous versions. The following day, on February 25, one of the two co-creators of the classic game Toe Jam and Earl initiated a Kickstarter to help fund a new sequel without publisher interference. Greg Johnson, who is one of the co-creators and leader of the project, presented the concept of the game as being very similar to the original one. Johnson is asking for $400,000 as the Kickstarter goal, and at the time the story was written, the pledge was up to $148,000. For now, the game is planned for PC, Mac, and Linux with an estimated development time of 1.5 to 2 years. Yesterday, February 26, Microsoft announced that Fable Legends, the new title in the Fable franchise, will be free to play both on Xbox One and Windows 10 when it is released later this year. The entire story mode can be played for free, and a set of heroes will be available to play for free for a limited time, after which a new set of heroes will take their place. To be able to have access to all the heroes at the same time, the player will be able to earn them through gameplay or purchase them directly with real money. And those were the news for this week. Next, we have the upcoming releases. Today, February 27, the games being released are Numa, Breath of Life for PC, Oblitus for PC, Bart to the Future for PC, The Darkstone from Mubarra for PC, Hack-A-Bomb for PC, Tales of the Orient: The Rising Sun for PC. Ascent: The Space Game for PC. On Tuesday, March 3rd, the releases are Scream Ride for Xbox 360 and Xbox One, Ollie Ollie 2 for PS4 and PS Vita, Telomere for PC, White Knight for PC, PS4 and Xbox One, Scar: Blue Shield Alliance for PC. The following day, on March 4, we have Helldivers for PS4, PS Vita and PS3, Tormentum: Dark Sorrow for PC, Pre-Civilization Marble Age for PC, Dig or Die for PC. And finally, on March 5th, next Thursday, the releases are Mario vs. Donkey Kong: Tipping Stars for Wii U and 3DS, Standpoint for PC, and Fly in the House for PC. And that's all. Thank you for watching Factual Gamer number 3. I hope it's been getting better with every new video. I'm sure you noticed the change in the video layout, which was made to make the editing easier and also give the video a slicker look. Please let me know in the comments below if you like it, or just comment this week's news and start a discussion, for example. And please subscribe, share with your friends, and also like the page on Facebook, add on Google+, and follow me on Twitter at @factual_gamer. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next Friday, and that's a fact.